Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome back to my new player's beginner's guide, the Final Fantasy XIV Blue Mage Edition Part 7. Before we continue with this video, if you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more Final Fantasy XIV content. Now back to the video. So, we finally made it to level 50. Just like I said in my last video, I leveled up to level 42 in the White Brim area, then switched over to Boulder Downs to get to level 45, and since no one was on my friends list or on at the time, I basically had to go to the party finder, and someone was kind enough to boost me up to 50 from 45 by doing the bag and tag method in northern Thanalan. So here we are at level 50. Now, for the level 50 class quest, we need Glower from the second boss of Aurum Vale. So I got the help of course, Cole himself to help me with this endeavor. It took me in, and we ended up getting Glower from Aurum Vale. And I'll show you guys right now. Alright, so here we are with the second boss, the co-encounter in Aurum Vale. So you pull him and wait for the line AoE and Glower to go off. Thousand Needles doesn't do much damage since he does have a lot of HP, so it's best to go into this unsynced because it's an automatic drop. Alright, so there's a Glower, and now I give Cole the okay to go ahead and finish it off for me. And there it is, Glower. Easy peasy. Now that we have Glower, we can now add it to a hotbar. So what it does, deals lightning damage to all enemies in a straight line before you, potency of 220 for the first enemy and 50% less for the remaining, does paralysis for 6 seconds. And I already have it on my hotbar. Alright, so that is going to be required for the class quest. So let's go ahead and do that right now. The Real Folk Blues. We will get a useless weapon and the level 50 gear set. Alright, skip the cutscenes as usual. And now we need to go to the processing plant in North Thanalan. Alright, so here we are in North Thanalan, and he is right over there. Let's talk to him, skip the cutscene, and now back to Ul'dah. Alright guys, so here we are in Ul'dah yet again. Let's continue the quest. Alright, so this should finish it. Alright, so we get our weapon and our coffer. Now we unlocked the Mast Carnival, which you need to be doing in order to get more spells and of course continue the story into the next 10 levels. Alright, so we got 24,000 experience. So let's go ahead and use the coffer. Alright, recommended gear. And we now are I'm level 130. We do not get the accessories, unfortunately. I did get a black pearl ring already on this character, and I got this from the Aurum Vale dungeon. So if you want on level 130 accessories, you're going to need poetics, and then go to more dhona to get yourself these accessories. Alright, so before I forget, and before we move on, we're going to be getting another spell from this NPC here, as another totem. I already grabbed it already. Alright, and it's going to be Transfusion. whenever you see an achievement from Blue Mage, most likely you unlocked a totem as well. That includes getting a certain amount of spells, a certain level, or certain Mast Carnival missions done. So always check back with that NPC. So what Transfusion does, and basically is pretty useless, is it's a self-sacrifice. It restores all HP and MP of a single party member while incapacitating yourself. Inflicts Brush of Death on self for 600 seconds, and you cannot get rid of Brush of Death by incapacitating yourself or being revived. This is like when you explode or final sting. Alright, I've never seen this used whatsoever. Alright, so that's how you get Transfusion. So in order to continue with the Blue Mage quest, you actually have to complete the Mast Carnival. Alright, so over here, and you can see it's a Blue Mage mask on your map. Simply just talk to him and enter the Mast Carnival. So you have 1 to 25 right now. In order to continue the story, you actually have to do number 25. Alright. Now, if you notice, there's little stars on the side of 7, 12, and 17. These are called Weeklies. Alright, there's advanced, moderate, and novice weekly targets. Each will have their own set of requirements that you need to fulfill to get the reward. And you can easily check what those are under bonus and details. Alright, so for one of them it's called slow and steady, which means you have to complete the mission in a certain amount of time. You have standard and ideal. Standard is the regular and ideal is the best. So you ultimately would have to do this in less than 5 minutes and 30 seconds. 10 ways to die is another example. You have to use 10 or less different spells. So all of these right here are the different types of bonuses that you can do during the missions. So always make sure you read all of these if you're trying to do your weeklies. It will always grant you Gil, Allied Seals, and Poetics every single week. Each mission will give you a first-time reward of Gil, Allied Seals, and Tomestones. Once you've done it, that's it. You don't get them anymore. You only can do the weeklies after that. So if you're trying to get those accessories, this is the best way to get your Poetics. Alright? So we need to do number 25 to complete the story, and then we can continue going from 50 to 60. So some of these will have 1 act, some of these will have 2, and some cases you'll have 3. You have to complete all 3 in order to continue. If you die in Act 2, you have to start all over from Act 1. So try not to die. So we basically have enough spells to pretty much do this, and if you are very good at dodging, this boss is not too difficult. Alright, and there is a way to defeat him towards the end, and that's with Final Sting. Alright, but as of right now, we are going to be doing this in another video. Alright, but right now we are going to get another spell, which I particularly forgot, and it's called Peculiar Light. So we're going to head over to more dhona, and we are going to get our Peculiar Light. Alright guys, here we are in more dhona. It's going to be around the tangle area, 14.4 by 11.7, and you'll see the lentic mudpuppies. So let's go ahead and aggro one. Alright, so there it is. Now we can kill it. And there it is. So we get 43,200 from that. So, Peculiar Light increases magic damage taken by all nearby enemies by 5%. Duration for 15 seconds. Recast timer cannot be affected by other spells. However, this does share a recast timer with Off Guard. Alright, so this is going to be an AoE version of Off Guard itself. But as you can see, it increases target's damage taken by 5%. A Peculiar Light does magic damage taken by all enemies by 5%. So one does all damage, this one does only magical damage. Alright, so that is going to be Peculiar Light. Now there are other spells in dungeons, so we are going to, of course, tackle those ones at another episode. Alright, so those ones you don't really need for the Carnival right now, so that's not going to be a priority. Our first priority is to get to level 70, which is the max, and then we'll go back and start taking care of all the other spells. Alright, so I'm going to quickly walk away from this guy because he does aggro by sound. Alright, so guys, this is going to be a short video. I don't want to make it this too long. Alright, so in the next video we will tackle the 25 mission of the Carnival, and then we'll continue on going into Heaven's Ward and start grabbing more important spells throughout that expansion. Alright guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you found this useful. Any comments, questions, please put in the comment section down below. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out with any questions you might have. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content. And as a reminder, make sure you hit that notification bell next to my subscribe button. This way you guys never miss an upload. So until next time, may you forever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut. Take care, guys.